The index whirs for a moment. The screen lights up with the... Oh, that's what Basil said before. Right. He just said, oh, it's a trader. 24411. Oh, wow. 25 points. Nice. All right. At least we got a bunch of points. I like that. So we're up to 1270 now. There we go. I do like that. All right. So the new number... Oh, I should write down what these are for. This is the lab demo. And now this is the data vault number 24411. Okay. Oh, apparently I'm using dashes. Okay. Right. So now I have to go east, use the keypad. 24411. A work thing appears beside you. It immediately rolls deep inside the vault. Soon you lose sight of it. Time passes. The work thing rolls back from the depths of the vault. In its claws, it holds a data fan. After it slows to a stop in front of you, it drops the fan into your hand and disappears into a hidden panel. Your score goes up by 10. Alright, 1280. Okay, probably good to save. The data fan is a small cylinder with one bulbous rounded end. And an information transfer jack on the other. The label clearly states in Heechee, solifluction. Okay. So, now we have to wear the visor. Push the stud. Then activate. Push stud. Fast. Oh, you start to move toward the hallway, but discover that there is a point beyond which the data fan will not go. You can't seem to push it through the doorway. Some type of field is keeping it in the antechamber? Oh, you gotta be kidding. Alright, hang on. Well, weren't we supposed to put it in that transformer jack? Hang on. Yeah, there's a transfer jack. I thought we had to use that in the jack in our room, but maybe put data fan in universal port, maybe? Oh, right, because don't we... Oh, we just have to download it into the box. That's right. We have to download it into the data store. You click the data fan into the universal port. Okay. Press download switch. The box hums as it downloads the information from the data fan to the data store. The blue light on the side of the data store begins to blink. Okay, great. 15 points. We are at 1295. Now we could probably drop the data fan or return it or whatever. Wasn't there a place where we were supposed to return it? Not that it really matters, but whatever. All right, dropped it. Oh, yeah, the chute. Put data fan in chute. You toss the data fan into the return chute. The data fan disappears from sight. Excellent. All right, now we have to wear the visor. Okay, and now we can go west. Oh, wait, no. Push stud. Now we can go west. Okay, remove visor. Push the stud. Okay, west. Yeah, I'm ideally Rex. Ideally, I would like to beat the game tonight. Oh shoot, I didn't bring my phone down here. Damn. All right, next break, I'll get it. We still have 300 points to go. I don't know, but they could, again, you know, a lot of these games tend to give you, the score-based games tend to give you a ton of points toward the end. So maybe we're, you know, closer than it would seem. All right, so now we are going where? I believe back to the temple to talk to exegesis, aka convergence. And we have to upload it, right, to him.
Have you recovered Solifluxion's personality?
I hope you don't need the original packaging. No, I got some guy named Trader, you know him? Maybe. What do you think Fogram would pay for this guy? Yeah, I hope you don't need the original packaging.
Of course not. It's the program personality that we need.
What do you think Fogram would pay for this guy?
can't believe that Fagram would allow you to live if he knew that you possess allofluxion.
I got some guy named Trader, you know him?
Ah, I see. That makes sense. I believe that was the name Fagram used to refer to allofluxion long ago. You happened upon the code word that Fagram filed him under.
Yes, but it wasn't easy. He'd better know these theories you've been talking about.
I'm sure we both hope so. Give me the storage unit, and I'll transfer allofluxion's personality into our system.
You hand the data store over to Convergence. He takes it from you and walks over to a machine on the wall. The data store clicks into place and he steps back. Suddenly the screen overhead comes to life. An unfamiliar Heechee face looks down at both of you. Where am I? Have I been lifted? What has happened to my father? I must stop Fagram from... As allofluxion's roving eyes focus on you, he stops, his jaw hanging open. What are you? You are not Heechee? Have we made contact with another sentient race? How long have I been away? Convergence slowly explains to allofluxion all that has happened, including Fagram's crimes, your role in activating the shield generators, and Earth's current peril. Allofluxion absorbs it all surprisingly well for someone who's been dead for hundreds of thousands of years. Once he understands the situation, he seems famished for information. He bombards Convergence with questions about the modern Heechee, the core, and the religious sect. He also grills you about Earth, the assassins, and the terrorists. You answer question after question, but finally interject, I don't mean to interrupt, but there is something important that I must ask you about. Hey, Ghost. He's just yeah, Matt's just teasing me for leaving my phone upstairs. In order to intercept the Phoenix Sect, I must overtake the artifact before it reaches the assassin's Kugelblitz. Google. They've already been traveling for days, so I don't have much time. I need your theories on the transwarp drive. Of course, allofluxion replies. I am sure that technology has advanced to the point where the theories can now be tested. I will be delighted to see them actualized. Over the course of the next few hours, allofluxion and Convergence, attended by key engineers of the White Hand, hammer out the design of the transwarp drive. You pass the time by examining the curved light prototype that you carry. The designs are finished by the group of haggard, but very happy, Heechee. They immediately rush off to manufacture the drive and install it on your ship, leaving you alone with allofluxion. His eyes fall on the prototype that you've been handling. He asks about it, and you describe how you obtained it and what it does. He states that some relatively small modifications would enable the prototype to affect the visual spectrum of light, thereby making the user virtually invisible, other than a slight shimmering in the air around him. When Convergence reappears to ask a question about the transwarp drive, you give him the prototype and allofluxion describes the necessary changes. The councilman disappears once again. Convergence returns and gives you the modified prototype. Then he declares that the transwarp drive has been installed on your ship. Understanding your desire for speed, he escorts you directly to the transport. He quickly explained that he's programmed the ship's computer for the complicated maneuver of a Tau space intercept with the artifact. The process of leaving the core, overtaking the artifact, and docking with it in Tau space will all happen automatically.
The evidence you have provided will destroy Fagram's influence on the Council, Convergence says. It may even result in having him stilled. With him in disfavor, I predict that we Heechee will shake off our stagnation, and that someday soon we will re-enter the galaxy and form an alliance with you humans to destroy the assassins.
He pauses and then continues.
Of course, if you fail to stop the terrorists, neither race will survive long enough to meet each other.
Which begs the question, why can't these guys come with us to help? He starts to close the hatch and then says,
Farewell, human. I believe in my heart that we will meet again.
Then he is gone and you are alone in your ship. You engage the computer, and the ship blasts off from the ancestral homeworlds. The transport soon streaks out of the cluster of inhabited planets and into the barrier of the black hole. Your newly repaired mechanism kicks in, and the ship slips through unscathed. Actually, it does not look like it doesn't really look like a black hole. As soon as you reach the far side, the transport rockets into Tau space. Stars flash by faster and faster until they are little more than streaks of light against a midnight background. Then the transwarp drive kicks in, and everything outside the ship becomes a clouded blur. You are traveling faster than any living creature has ever gone. You settle in for a long ride. Even with the transwarp drive, the terrorists have almost a week's head start on you. There's the artifact. Remember, we accidentally ejected out of there when we didn't mean to. He was like, whoops. Only a few days pass before the deceleration begins. The blurred stars resolve once again into the familiar streaks of Tau space. Ahead you see the enormous bulk of the artifact. Your ship catches up and matches speed. It floats gently up to the aft section of the artifact and docks with such precision that you don't feel the slightest bump. As the locks click into place, the computer switches down. The only lights come from the navigation panel. The course code for Earth glows on the display, and the Go button flashes temptingly. No, we've already done that. Your score, oh look at that, yeah, your score's just gone up by 50. Okay, that was... So we should be at 1345. Yeah, that's a big boost there. Excellent. Alright, let's save this puppy. We're back at the artifact now, 1345. Artifact. Yes, okay, great. Alright, let's get out of here. Back to the corridor, the familiar corridor. This is another access corridor like the one you discovered outside the probe ship when it docked with the artifact. The corridor is about 10 meters long. One end connects to the hull of your transport. The other end terminates in a heavy bulkhead. Metal doors set into the bulkhead to the northeast. It is closed. Well, open the door, damn it. Ancient machinery grinds to life and the door slides open. You go through the bulkhead doorway. Okay, we got another corridor. We've seen these before. Back to the cargo. Oh, Diana's here. Wasn't she in hiding, though, on the ship? You hear a whispered call from above. You look up and see Diana gesturing frantically from the storage area. Quickly, you climb the ladder. She's wearing that shoe, remember? Yeah, tennis shoe shirt. But then look, it changes here. Or maybe she just undid the laces. I can't believe you came back. Hell, I can't believe you're alive. How did you get here? We're still in Tau space, aren't we? No one's ever pulled off a Tau space intercept before. The terrorists certainly weren't expecting it. They didn't even post a guard in the docking bays. But never mind all that, my curiosity can wait. We've still got big problems. Let me catch you up on what's happened since you left. How did you know that we left, Diana? Maybe we were in hiding all this time. The terrorist leader was furious at losing you. He tore apart half the ship before calming down. I escaped into the zoos with the crystal rod. They don't even know I'm on board. Every once in a while, I broke cover and scouted around. The ship is still headed for the Google Blitz. The leader wants to make a present of it to his assassin buddies, but he's been trying to figure out how to get everything working. He's convinced that you had everything up and running before you left, so he decided to gather up all the stuff that you left behind. For days he's been carrying it all around in a security case, going from room to room, trying to get the machines to work. Today he's in the aft section. That's why I'm holed up here. He had 2 guards secure the area while he went into room where the dead men used to live. The dead men? He's been tinkering around with the stuff in there for hours. He posted 1 guard outside the bulkhead directly to the north of here, and the other is in the corridor just outside that room with the couch in it. Speaking of the couch, I was forced to hide in that room once while a party of terrorists walked by. While I was squatting behind the couch itself, I must have bumped something, because the thing powered on. It's incredible. It's some kind of telepathic device. I lay down on it, and suddenly I was inside the head of one of the terrorists.
With just a flip of a mental switch, I could shift from mind to mind. I saw what they saw, and I could hear what they were thinking.
Alright.
It was amazing. I think I could have talked with them too, but I was afraid it would give me away.
Oh, really? I can tell that. I could tell. The hair is easily distinguishable from the jacket. But I do agree, no arms.
I don't know what your plans are, but mine are to stay alive, even though that won't mean much when we reach the assassins. You seem to work best when you're alone, so I'm going to head back to the zoos and stay out of your way.
Thanks, Diana. Thanks for the help. Good luck. Oh my god. Diana disappears down the ladder holding the crystal rod. You follow her into the cargo bay. By the time you get there, she's gone. Yeah, appreciate the help, Diana. Thanks. It's Diana Tolson. She's another human. She was a gateway prospector that ended up here, and her partner got killed, and then she was sick, and we had to fix her from, save her from dying, and yeah, it was a whole big to-do. Yeah, oh yeah, that's exactly right, Matt. That is exactly right. He does have legs, though, that's for sure. Boy with legs. All right, first of all, I think what we want to choose. Did I just save? I think I just saved, right? Yeah, I did. They said there were guards posted, so I want to get caught by the guards. Hopefully that's a death. Let's see. Yep. You're in another glowing blue corridor that runs from east to west. A uniformed terrorist who looks like Colossus from X-Men leans against the wall holding a nasty-looking laser rifle. By the way, these should be humans. Why is his face gray? These are the human terrorists. The terrorist guard sees you enter, casually unshoulders his laser rifle, and burns several holes in you. You lose count after about the 7th. Okay, good. So we did get the death we were looking for. Hey, I'll be back, sir. Okay, so we got that death. So that's on the way to the couch. They said there was also a guard to the north. And then we can't go through the zoos because she has the rod. So I think the only place we could go would be the terminal room. On the other hand, we do have the prototype, which could be used, give us invisibility. So that's probably what we're going to end up doing. But I just want to check the terminal room. Ah, this is where the terrorist leader is, squatting over a stripped terminal. You see a safe here. Oh, right, that's the safe box he's carrying around. In the safe, you see a hypo unit, an animal skin, an autodoc, and a crystal cube. Right, the hypo unit. The terrorist leader stands up and stares at you with a look of surprise. It slowly changes to an evil smile. He doesn't say a word, but produces a small pistol and fires it at you. Alright, good. So it was a different kind of death, kind of. Alright, so now we just have to engage the prototype. Probably, let's make sure we're wearing it if we're not already. Okay, we weren't. Alright, push the stud. You press the stud. The prototype starts to hum and vibrate. Suddenly you vanish, except for a telltale shimmer. Your body is completely invisible. Alright, so should we get the safety box first, or should we go in the dream machine couch? Let's try the box first. Take safe. Oof! You assume that the terrorist leader is either much stronger than you, or he had help in moving the safe. A message crackles over the leader's radio. It says, Johnson, reliefs later. It's your watch. Interesting. Okay, so it's locked, I see. You reach into the chest and attempt to extract the lock from the pile of stuff inside the safe. The rustling causes the terrorist leader to look over towards you. You jump back from the safe, and after a moment, the terrorist returns to his tinkering. You see the terrorist leader grab his radio and bark, Who's checking on Sector 8? Interesting. Yes, we should go to the dream machine. I would like to do that. I'm just curious if, can we take his radio? This is a handheld digital radio, obviously military in origin. It hangs from the terrorist's belt, spewing static and intermittent messages. You see the terrorist leader grab his radio and bark, I want to report on everyone's position, now. The terrorist leader is a young man of about 30, but he has the leathery, weather-beaten face of a far older man. And how do we know that he's just 30? His eyes burn with the fires of either insanity or fanaticism. He wears military fatigues like he was born into them. Really, those don't look like fatigues to me. Currently, he's hunched over a console, fiddling with it and trying unsuccessfully to make it work. He has a laser rifle slung over one shoulder and a radio hanging from his belt. Periodically, he barks orders into the radio. Should we take his rifle? Oh, it doesn't seem like it's a... What's a receptor? Oh, that's the thing from the Matrix, okay. A laser rifle is extremely nasty looking. A scope is affixed to the long barrel for pinpoint accuracy. It's fully charged. Can I take it from him? Nope. The terrorist watches the movement of his rifle. Confused, he scans the area for anything unusual. He notices the telltale shimmer in the air around you, and soon you notice a large hole in your chest. Alright, good. We got yet another death. Under different circumstances. Alright, so why don't we just try to go to the... We should be able to just sneak past the guards, I would think. Let's go to the Dream Machine. A message crackles over the guard's radio. It says,
This door is jammed. Send a torch up here.
Alright, here's the Dream Machine. Ah. Our score goes up by 20, look at that. Just by entering the room. I was like, what? The score died? This room is all swirls, curves, coils, and curvilinear. Okay, yeah, we've been here before. Okay, cool. It's weird that they just give us points just for coming in here. I guess they're telling you you're on the right track. Alright, so she said she knelt behind the couch. Can I just lie on the couch and do it? Yeah, okay, good. You sit on the couch and start to feel woozy. Woozy. Oh, whoa. Is that us? Pretty badass looking. Look at that. Rip open our shirt and everything. Images and feelings wash over you, threatening to drown you in their intensity. You sense Diana's apprehension, the bored wariness of the guard outside the door, and finally the frustration of the terrorist leader in the terminal chamber. It is upon him that you focus your thoughts. You actually see the room that he works in. You see his hands tinkering with the equipment and feel the growing disappointment as he fails to restart the systems. A secure safe, TM, filled with various objects lies at his feet. Occasionally he rummages through them, looking for a likely tool, but never finding one. You sense that you can, indeed, communicate with him, and you decide to. And we'll have to see what that communication is in a minute, because I have to quickly get my phone. So give me 1 second. I will be back in a couple minutes.
No bulges here.
You have a fax. You have a fax.
This is Dinotopia, a land unlike any you've seen before. I am Nalin, Assistant Chief Librarian in the Hall of Knowledge. Along with Enid, I maintain the records of 10 million years of Cenarian history.
I wouldn't call what you do maintaining.
Excuse me, Enid. Do you have a problem?
Yes, the scrolls in Poseidus are not on the shelves where they belong.
They were being used.
By whom?
By me. I was researching King Ogthar.
Well, your thirst for research is commendable, my friend. But your skills as a librarian are positively prehistoric.
Well, I will see to it that they are put properly away.
All I ask is to keep the system organized. If I see one more stray parchment, I'll tear my hair
Enid,
out.
you don't have any hair.
Lucky for me.
May I continue with our friend here? I was about to tell a story.
Really? Well, I hope you have nothing to do for a moon or two.
Don't listen to him. He always does this to me. I thought our guest would like to hear the story of Nathan and Constance.
Oh, Nathan and Constance. Yes, that's a good one. Then go about your business. Don't let me interrupt.
Now, let's see. Well, it all began a few years ago. Nathan Drake was 17 years old. He and his twin sister, Constance, lost their parents in a tragic expedition to the Australian outback. They now sailed for America to start a new life with relatives in Boston. The voyage was miserable. Constance and Nathan were trapped on deck when the storm rose from nowhere. Rain struck the ship like a broadside. Wind tore her sails, and thunder pounded fear into the hardened crew. Nathan fought as the sea reached up to steal his sister. In a terrible tug-of-war, he held tight to her hand until a wave tore them apart, and Constance was gone. Shouting into the wind, Nathan grabbed a scrap of wood and dove overboard. He swam and swam. Constance was sometimes only a few yards away, but she never glimpsed him, never even knew her brother was swimming after her. Nathan swam until his muscles surrendered. And as everything went black, he thought he heard angels laughing. What he heard was the chuckle of dolphins bucking him up onto an unknown beach.
Alright, sorry about that, guys. How long was it even go for? I had 2 missed calls from my wife, so I'm like, yeah, I better call her back. Good thing I did. Okay, that was the problem why I didn't have my phone down here. Alright, now it's down here. Hey, Dr. Bartek, how's it going? We do have buys open, which is, I guess, decent timing since we were in the break anyway. So if anyone wants to make any buys, do that now. I did not. Actually, that's a great question. I wonder. So she's a little bit younger than me. I wonder if she. I wonder if she knows. She must. I wonder, but I was wondering if she knows about home improvement. That would be funny. Did. All right, last call. Last call for buys. Any buys? Most of everyone's bought already. That'd be hilarious. You found out your spouse had some like obsession with some 90s sitcom star. Oh, there's one from Dr. Bartek for Solties. I think it was a Polish game, right? That did get an English translation. Moves out of Curse of Enchantia to E25. That's good, Basil, because you use your allocation of 3. That way, make sure you get it in. I should also... Oh yeah, if anyone here hasn't voted yet, there's another plug for that. I actually got a free... Speaking of tape measures, I got one free the other day. It was in a weird gift bag. Yeah, anyway, don't have to get into it. It was a cheap one. That's like definitely a very cheap one, but I'm like, this is random. It was like one of those cheap tape measures, 2 coffee pods, a word search book, a crossword puzzle book, and one of those like weird clips. Like, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, sorry, I'm just spouting off random nonsense now. All right, did I turn off buys? I did not. Let's do that. Okay. All right. Back to Gateway 2. So we're now in the Dream Machine room, and we're looking. We see the room that the terrorist leader works in, although we don't know his name yet. You see his hands tinkering with the equipment and feel the growing disappointment as he fails to restart the systems. A secure safe, TM, filled with various objects lies at his feet. Occasionally he rummages through them, looking for a likely tool but never finding one. You sense that you can indeed communicate with him, and you decide to. Oh, I like this one. Psst, and it's a high-fly ball. What? Who is that? Did I hear something? I'm alone in here, and the guards won't dare intrude on my experiments. Am I going insane? I'm your god, bow down before me. I like this one. This is the ghost of Christmas past. Ah, I am going insane. I must hide this from my men. Fortunately, they're used to my frequently violent and unprovoked behavior. I am your god. Bow down before me. My god, you are an assassin? My god. I guess I should stop saying that. I am not worthy. Please accept my humble apologies for this ugly, fleshy body. I know that you assassins have evolved into perfect electronic life forms. I beseech you, come to my world and remake it in your image. Allow the Phoenix Sect to assist the remolding of Earth into a utopia. Wow, so many good options. Well, this is clearly the best one to do, but... You are pug ugly, that's for sure. Cheap windbreaker, too. Again, I apologize for my corporeal form. I long to soar the data waves, to exist in the virtual universe. Without this, life is worthless. Yeah, it's too bad they didn't allow me to choose that one. Yeah. Yeah, you can't pick them all. Of course. You are pitifully primitive, but you will provide us with some entertainment. Do you agree to do as we ask? I agree. What would you have of me? Shave your head and start chatting. Go and kill all of your men. Then we will know that you were a true believer in the Dark Angels. I would gladly sacrifice my men to you, but I need them to run the ship. As soon as we emerge from Tau space at your home, I will kill them all, if that is your wish. Shave your head and start chanting. So be it. Anything else? Yeah. Let me have the safe. I mean, let us, the all-powerful assassins that we are, have your little safe thing. I don't understand. You want my safe? Why would you have interest in that? And how would I get it to you? Truly, you mystify me. Come to the bridge. You will arrive at our home soon. When you do, we will instruct you in the procedure to pilot your craft into the Google Blitz. I shall go immediately. Through the terrorist leader's eyes, you see his hands pile all of the loose objects into the safe at his feet. Following this, he says, "Safe, close," and the safe locks with a click. Do we just say safe open to open it? The leader leaves the chamber and you break contact. Your score's just gone up by 20. You get up from the couch and try to shake the fuzziness from your head. All right, we got 1,400, so we got 200 points more to go. Right, yeah, so Deja Vu was originally for the, Gary was for the, sorry for the delayed response. Yeah, it was originally for a Macintosh, and then it got ported to DOS, a variety of other computer systems, as well as the NES. The original version is for the Macintosh, which was actually black and white and higher resolution than most of the other versions. Yeah, a billion adventure games. A Google adventure games. All right, so let's save here. We're at the 1400 dream room. All right, we'll leave here. Okay, guy with the rifle. We're still invisible, so he doesn't see us. I'm wondering if the guy left the safe in here. Yes, he did. You see a safe here. Okay, say safe open. That doesn't make any sense to me. Open the safe. The safe resists your attempt to open it. It is locked. I'll unlock the safe. The lock is voice activated. It will open only to a pre-programmed code spoken by the terrorist leader. All right. Well, can I take the safe at least? Oof. You assume that the terrorist leader is either much stronger than you, or he had help in moving the safe. Got it. All right. We definitely need to open safe via terrorist leader voice. Okay. Can we do anything here on the matrix? Use console? X console. Oh, panel? How did I use this thing? It's already open. Oh, keypad? Oh. You poke experimentally at a couple of the buttons, but nothing happens. Okay, so that we don't have to use the matrix anymore. Got it. Okay. All right, so let's go back. I guess we have to go to the bridge. There's the eye thing. There's another terrorist with a rifle, but we're invisible. Bulkhead door is closed. Uh-oh, the power of the prototype is about to run out? Oh, God. All right, hang on. Well, let's go back here because we wasted a lot of time on the other stuff. I think it does recharge, but you just don't want it to run out in front of a terrorist. So how do we get the door open without the guy noticing? Probably if we open the door, we'll die. I'm guessing. Let's see. Yep. You start to open the door when the terrorist guard notices the movement. He squints at you, perhaps observing the shimmer of light surrounding your body, and then blows you away with his rifle. Okay, cool. Alright. Maybe, can we control him again? We can't get through the zoos. So, let's try lying on the couch again. Hey, how's it going, Amberstein? You sit on the couch and start to feel woozy. Oh, again you latch onto the mind of the terrorist leader. He's pacing the bridge, anticipating the meeting with the assassins. You find it easier than ever to slip your own thoughts into his mind. You passed us. Should have hung a left back at the Nuarian Nebula. The course was locked in by the Heechee controls. If we missed your location, I'm sure the Heechee guidance system had a reason. We will get there, be certain. Are you sure you can't turn the ship around? Yes, the Heechee controls are locked. We couldn't change our course if our lives depended on it. Just checking in with you. We'll be there soon. Very well. I will await our meeting or future orders. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't look like we can do much there. So we either need to get a rifle to kill these terrorists or find a different way to get there. Okay. We do have the visor. That would do stuff with light, though. I don't think that would help. Can we go to our ship, by the way? Oh, this is the probe ship. Yeah, this is our original thing. Oh, here's our radio. Remember they have radios? Yes. You grab the radio and flip it to a frequency 1. The radio comes to life with a burst of static. Now we can direct the guards to move out of the way. Probably what we'll do. Nice. Is there anything else we need in this chip? Probably not. Oops. Flight deck. I don't think there's anything here. Nope. Okay. The cool thing is, ICOM also did Deja Vu 2, but that was not ported to the NES, so I'm guessing most of you are not familiar with Deja Vu 2. Not to say that I've played it either, but I do look forward to playing that because probably people will be interested in it because people know Deja Vu, but not Deja Vu 2. Yeah, it covers his eyes. Oh, Deja Vu 2 is ported to Game Boy Color? Oh, wow, okay. Interesting. Still, I'm guessing fewer people played that than they did NES. Yeah. So. All right. Anyway. Okay. So let's try to. Message crackles over the radio. It says, "Wait for the command." Okay. Push. Well, let's save, and then we'll. 1410. Cargo bay. Oh, drink a pint of milk a day. Thanks very much for the sub. Welcome to the Rufus Ruffians. Drink a pint, much appreciated. Thank you. Appreciate the support. All right, let's push this radio button. You remember the harsh, clipped voice of the terrorist who used the call sign Mock Turtle. There is no way that you are going to imitate that voice and get away with it. Oh. All right, well, at least we can monitor their communications. The other thing, maybe we can go back to the dream couch and tell the terrorist leader to instruct the guys to move away or something like that. This might unlock a different option. You hear the voice of the terrorist leader over the radio. It says, "Any progress on the other systems?" Okay, no, you can't do that. All right, too bad. What we can do is if we hear his voice, we can do open safe. Maybe we can get the safe open that way. Okay, that's good. Should be able to do that. Message crackles over the radio. It says, "Tie off that leak." The prototype becomes inert. You hear whirring as the battery starts to recharge. You fade back into visibility. That's fine. We'll wait until it recharges.
Watch the wires there. Set up guards around the perimeter. I want it secure. Report.
Okay, the prototype cycle has been recharged. Push the stud. Okay, we're invisible again. What do you make of it?
Caravel, take it slow. I think it was some kind of robot before it got slagged.
Oh, power's about to run out again? Oh, because we've been waiting so much time. All right, it's just looping. So he's not going to say open, safe open, probably until much later. All right, got it. All right, so how are we going to do this? There's nothing in the cargo, right? Oh, there is a blue box here. But there's nothing in there? Yeah, it's empty. Can we take the box? We cannot. All right. So, is there an alternate way? I don't think there's an alternate way to... Yeah. This is through the zoos, but we don't have... We don't have the crystal rod. What's her face does. So I don't think we have any way to get through here. Yeah, we do not. All right. So we definitely have to go through the middle. Question is, how do we open the door without the guy killing us? Or alternatively, could we kill the guy? Do we have any items for that? We don't really have any like weapons, fortunately. The prototype is making us invisible. They can't see us. Maybe if we wait there long enough. Something will happen.
There's something ahead. I'm taking 2 men to investigate.
The terrorist looks at his radio strangely. He must have heard the echo of your radio in the room. Oh, shit. Turn off radio. Or we could leave the radio somewhere else. And then he'll hear it and investigate. Well, let's turn off the radio first and then... turn off my radio. Move the radio dial to the first setting. Identified as off. The radio shuts down. Alright, does he do anything? Oh, the power's about to run out. Shit. Push stud. Okay. Turn my radio on. Frequent 1. Turn dial to 2. Frequency 2, pop of static. Okay, drop the radio. Hopefully something happens so he hears it. Message crackles over the guard's radio.
Any luck on that console? Johnson, relief's later. It's your watch.
You hear the voice of the terrorist leader of the guard's radio. It says,
What's our progress? Have we hit the crossover point yet?
is that Johnson or Slater? No. Okay, so that didn't really work out. Alright, maybe let's try just hanging on to the radio and see what happens if he just hears it and he gets confused. I can't imagine good things would happen, but you never know.
Don't disturb me, I'm busy right now. Careful, take it slow.
Okay, the thing is about to run out. I have to turn on the thing again. It's another dead end.
Close up the west corridors, they're secure.
Oh, so he looks at us strangely, but nothing else happens? Huh. Okay, so none of that's really gonna work. Whether we have the radio there or not does not matter. Oh, thank you, Drink a Pint. You're under no obligation, but I do, of course, but I do appreciate it. Alright, so obviously this radio is important. How do we distract the guards with it? You can't see the radio dial's invisible. I can't see my own stuff. We don't have a weapon to knock him out. We definitely have to... The radio seems to be the key for how we can get the guy out of there. Thermos? I don't think the visor would do anything, but... Could we do something with the eye sensors? I don't think they mean it. They won't do anything now that the spider robot's dead. What do we know about the door? Oh wow, the colors of the guard got messed up. It's a powered mechanical unit, a huge slab of glowing blue metal, covered with elaborate patterns. To the left of the door and the bulkhead itself is a blue hemispherical protrusion. A round bump that might be a button. I see, there's a button. So how do we get him to push the button? The problem is we can't get on the radio ourselves, which sucks.
Let's bring some men into the forward maintenance room. Something important is up. Be on the alert.
I don't know if these things actually matter. They just seem to, like, loop. See, and that's not Watts, it's not Johnson, it's not Slater. This guy never gets out of the way. Thermos. Can I take his radio? He'd probably kill us. Maybe I can do feedback? No. Give the radio to him. There's so many ways we could just get killed here. Yeah, that's one of them. Cyrus noticed the movement of his radio. He reverses his rifle and swings it through the shimmer like a baseball bat. The last thing you remember hearing is the crunch as it connects with the side of your head. Alright, well, we got a different death message there. Like that. Is there another... Maybe we have to do something at the terminal room? The safe? The matrix? Receptor jack. What did we put in there? I think we need to get the safe open. Oh yeah, does any of his message, did he ever say safe open? We're spread too thin. Party 4, regroup at control room. Where's the boss? Dive that leak. Let's just see if he ever says anything. A rumble passes through the artifact. It feels as if some hidden piece of machinery has come to life. Oh my god, have we reached, we may be running out of time then, if that's the case. I mean, there might be a time limit, and then you hit the assassins. A hidden piece of machinery has come to life. Take it back to the apps. Up to ops. Maybe... Is he still there? Yeah. And the door's still closed. The rumbling just gets worse. You feel the familiar jolt of a ship dropping out of Tau space. Alright, well at least this will be another type of death. Copy that. Tell Rennick that I'll be here longer than I expected. These systems are tricky. Anything new to say? Nope. Alright, here we go. The artifact shakes and is suddenly quiet. All sense of motion has ceased and you suspect that you have finally arrived at the Kugelblitz. You junk your plans for a mid-space escape and begin to ponder about the best way to explore the assassin's home. Suddenly your brain explodes in pain. It's as if pincers of white-hot metal have been forced into the back of your neck. You had almost forgotten what the mental touch of the assassin feels like. Images flow up from your subconscious and are torn painfully away. They learn all you know, how you murdered one of their own, the location of the Heechee's black hole, the location of Earth itself, everything. When you have nothing left to offer, the pincers are withdrawn, and everything goes black. Okay, so at least we got a new death there. I like that. Alright, so we do need to... Oh, God. What's in the safe again? I wonder if we need to get the safe open to even get by that guy. Let's restore to back to when we could see what was in the safe. Here. Before we go to the dream room. Are we invisible or not? I don't know whether we're invisible at this point. Okay, we are. Okay, animal skin autodock crystal cube. Hypo unit. Okay, I think the crystal cube was used to put in the in this receptor actually here. I don't think it would be helpful to us. The hypo unit we could probably... Oh yeah, if we had the hypo unit, maybe we could use the sedative to get that guy to pass out. That's probably our best bet. Abs is a stud. Okay, so there is the hypo in there. Epidermic needle. That would be our best bet. However, the terrorist leader never says safe open, or whatever magic words are used to get the safe open. And we can't prompt him to say that either. So not sure we can get it open. At least not yet. That's the trouble. What is frequency 2? Oh, we're invisible still. Aye. Here they actually map out a fair amount of the game. Man, how are we getting by this guy? Dances out of reach on its flexible cable. I would like that hypodermic needle to knock this guy out. The Colossus look-alike. I can't communicate with the radio. Sucks. Wait, so what's on frequency 2? Wait a minute. Oh, nothing's on frequency 2. Okay. You cause a ruckus among the CMF troops, but they eventually dismiss you as a hoax. Okay. So we definitely don't want to use frequency 2. I mean, the troops are back on Earth. It's shocking that we even get reception. I'm sure that was just an oversight on their part. Alright, so it's got to be something with the radio. Can we drop the radio here and then do something else? I'm trying to think how we could... He just looks at his radio strangely. Is there somewhere where we could place a radio such that a guard would go and investigate it? I already tried leaving it in the corridor behind us. That didn't work. You heave your radio at the floor. The terrorist guard immediately sees the movement and scans the room for anything unusual. He notices the telltale shimmer in the air, and soon you notice a large hole in your chest. Yeah, you can't really do anything here, I don't think. I mean, unless we have the hypo, I don't think we can do much. Hey, welcome back, Echo. We could try leaving the radio there. Can't do anything more in the dream room. Could we do anything with the ship? I don't think the controls have been restored yet. Yeah, dark and yeah, there's nothing we can really do here yet. Yep, nothing we can do. Clearly the radio is part of this, but I would have thought that he would have said something like the word safe open. What if we drop the radio in the room? Put radio on safe. Yes! You place the radio on the ground next to the safe. It goes up by 30. But does that mean that doesn't mean he's magically going to say the words. We waited in here for him to say something, anything, and he didn't. Well, he didn't say the magic words. I mean to say. To open up the safe. Alright, clearly that's what we have to do. So let's just wait to see if anything happens. It looks like, yeah, it doesn't change anything. Oh, wait a minute. When we talk to him, does he say safe open? Let's see. Because if we leave the radio here and then go back to the dream room... Does he say anything? Aha. We wish for you to serve us again. You must give your men instructions that we will provide.
Very well. What do you wish me to tell my men?
Tell them. Okay, I need something where safe open. Here we go.
Tell them, secure the ship and make it safe. Open all viewports and activate sensors. We wish them to see their future. You break contact just as you sense the leader picking up his radio to communicate with his men all over the ship. Prototype becomes inert. Oh yeah, I have to wait to even leave here until it recharges. You hear the guard's radio from the outside corridor. It says, secure the ship and make it safe. Open all viewports and activate sensors. Don't ask questions, just do it. Your score has gone up by 40. Yeah, see, here we go. They're now starting to, like, rain the points on us. I figure this might happen toward the end. Alright, 120 points to go. 1480. Dream Room. Yeah, I need the... Okay, there we go. Recharged. Now we can get by this guy. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's take basically all. Alright, score goes up by 20, there we go. Alright, 100 points to go. We're at 1500 now. And probably the end move could be like 50 points, so we might only be like a couple puzzles away. Alright, so now I'm hoping the hypo unit would be used, or sorry, the hypo unit would be used to incapacitate the guard. That said, let's just try, since we're here, let's put the cube in the receptor just to see if it does anything. You hear the familiar voice of the alien intelligence. There is not much time left, human. In 21 minutes, the star drive engines on this ship will overload and we will all turn into plasma. Your score just got up by 100. Alright, so there was the remaining 100 points. Well, I'm glad I thought, I'm like, hey, since we're here, let's see what happens if we put the cube in. Not what I was expecting to happen, but sometimes you get a little lucky. You race out of the room, back towards your ship. As you run through the cargo bay, Diana emerges from the northeast corridor. Coincidentally. I heard the alarms. Did you do that? Not bothering to answer, you grab her arm and drag her along. Confused, Diana stumbles along with you into the Heechee transport. Not far behind, you hear confused voices and loud, barked orders. Footsteps pound the floor down the corridor leading to your ship. You slam the hatch just as a guard runs into sight. Explosions vibrate through the tiny ship as the terrorists attempt to blow the hatch. You leap to the navigation panel and slam your hand down onto the go button. The transport falls away from the artifact. Maneuvering jets turn your ship to make the Tau space jump. Diana runs to the window and points to the slowly disappearing shape of the artifact as it continues its journey towards the home of the assassins. Suddenly, a massive explosion rips through the huge artifact. For a split second, it separates into its component parts, and then another wave of eruptions shatter even these into little more than cosmic dust. Just as the shockwave is about to hit your ship, the transwarp drive kicks in, and space blurs as you begin your journey back to Earth. Boom! You spend your days talking with Diana. She tells you of her harrowing experiences while hiding from the terrorists on the ship. You relate your story of the Heechee. When the ship emerges from Tau space into Earth orbit, you wonder where the time disappeared to. If the fame from your prior adventures had waned, it returns in a flood when the public learns of your adventures. Your schedule of speeches and appearances keeps you busy for months. You lose track of Diana and hear little from Gateway Corp. Then one day, your PV phone rings, and once again your friend from the corporation asks you to attend an important meeting.
Reluctantly, you agree. When you arrive, you immediately see Diana sitting near the door. Her gaze shifts to you and she smiles, but her eyes swing back to the other end of the room. There, flanked by officials of the United Nations, sits a Heechee, whose eyes are glued upon you. He smiles and says,
I told you we would meet again, my human friend. I arrived secretly some weeks ago, Convergence says. It all came to pass as we hoped. Fulgrim is dead, and I am the new leader of the council. I have made this journey so that all may know of our hopes for a true alliance between humans and Heechee. Already I have explained to your officials how the Heechee solved many of the same problems that humankind now faces. I hope that together we may face the terrifying problems that still lie ahead.
Speechless, you watch as the Heechee comes towards you. He holds out his four-fingered hand and says,
This is a custom we learned from you, human. It is a good one.
He grasps your hand and says,
Together, we will fight the assassins, human. Is it a deal?
You smile, shake his hand and say, Deal. Congratulations! You have successfully completed this game, scoring 1,600 out of a total of 1,600 points. Thank you for playing Gateway to Homeworld. Design and implementation of Part 1, Escape. Of Part 2, The Artifact, Mike Verdu. Part 3, Rescue, Glenn Dahlgren. And Part 4, Homeworld, Glenn Dahlgren. Additional design by Bob Bates. And yeah, there it is. After 16 hours and 58 minutes, Gateway 2 has been breached. We reached the Homeworld and returned. With the Phoenix Sect defeated, Fulgrim killed, and the assassins no longer posing at least an immediate threat. We made close encounters with a third kind, the Heechee, and they were largely friendly. So yeah, wow. Game was very well written. It was sort of long, definitely a long game too, by the way. 17 hours is longer than most games, but even then, there weren't too many areas in which we struggled. It really, I think there just was a lot of content to the game, more than anything. But yeah, some of the game was very easy, but then there were some also, I think the second half of the game had some more challenging puzzles, which I did enjoy. Obviously, I didn't get all of them. I had to use 2 hints, but even the puzzles largely made a lot of sense, even on the hints that I had to use. But yeah, it was really, I think it started off easy, but then got more challenging as we went on. Really fleshed out plot. A little too sci-fi for my personal taste, but there's certainly nothing wrong with that. And some good characters for the most part. Didn't really see where the plot was going in a lot of cases. It really, like, the different parts were very different from one another. So very solid game. I'd say probably better than the first Gateway, from what I recall. Yeah, it's too bad there wasn't a Gateway 3. I think this was better than the first Gateway, in my opinion. Very good game. There were some periods where, like, some of the cutscenes and the conversations with the characters dragged on a little bit too long. Although, to be honest, if I probably weren't reading all of them aloud on stream, it probably wouldn't have bothered me as much. But obviously, just took a toll on the voice and energy levels. But other than that, yeah, it was. Oh, good. I'm glad. Matt, you and others enjoyed it. That's good. Yeah, kind of. I would say the game was designed very well. There was some humor to it too. Perhaps not as funny, outright funny as some other Legend games. But from a puzzle design standpoint and overall game design, I thought it was excellent. So yeah, very good. Oh, let's give out 10 bonus Cedrics here at the end of the stream. And we'll head now to our Hall of Adventure at game number 161, Gateway 2 Homeworld. Put it up on the shelf.